Hello, Year 5, and welcome to your SPAG lesson. So we're continuing to look at parentheses this week. Last week you looked at signposting it in your sentences using brackets, and this week we are looking at doing the same but using dashes instead of brackets. But first of all, as always, what on earth is our word of the day? So our word of the day today is dilemma. So a dilemma is a difficult situation or problem where a choice has to be made. And we do look at the word dilemma when we're looking at our story planning as well. So two examples, we are faced with a dilemma and there seems no correct choice. Or I had an invitation from two friends for the same day, which put me in a bit of a dilemma. The synonyms can be a quandary, which is an excellent word as well, a predicament, a problem, or a conundrum. Antonyms or the opposites are solution or escape. So can you have a go on the scaffold at writing a sentence using the word of the day? Okay, then. So as I said at the start, we are looking, oh, I've gone too far, at using dashes to show parentheses. And there's two different types of dashes that we might be looking at. We're looking at a double dash, which is when the parenthesis in the middle of a sentence, or a dramatic dash, which is where a parenthesis comes at the end of a sentence. Now, hopefully you will remember that a parenthesis adds extra information to something in the sentence. So dashes can be used like brackets to mark out extra information or parenthesis which is inserted into a sentence. For example, the train, which was already running late, had to travel slowly due to leaves on the track. Now, I should not have a capital H there. We don't need, and obviously I can't edit it, which is fun. Hopefully now you will see. There we go. You've got to love technology, haven't you? So you can see that the train had to travel slowly due to leaves on the track. Still makes sense by itself, but the parenthesis adds extra information about the train. So here you've got four sentences really, because one has got an example done for you. Can you use dashes to introduce parentheses and add extra information about the nouns in these four sentences? There is a scaffold for it on Teams. So lions, you need to add some extra information about lions there using dashes to demarcate the parenthesis. And the second one, you're adding extra information about the young boy. And the third one, you're adding extra information about the rainforest. And then the last one, you're adding extra information about the last week. So have a go at that on the activity in Teams, and then we'll move on to your second activity as well. So a dramatic dash is what happens when it comes at the end of a sentence. And it's called a dramatic dash because you only need one dash if it's at the end of a sentence. When we were looking at brackets, brackets always have to come before and after parenthesis, but dashes only come before it if it's at the end of a sentence. So, for example, it was a dark night. The darkest night he'd ever seen. If we just left it at it was a dark night, then that would be fine. But the parenthesis adds a bit more information about how dark the night was. And normally when it's at the end of a sentence, that's why it ends up being quite dramatic. So that's why it's called the dramatic dash. So we've got uno, dos, tres, cuatro, four sentences and then four parentheses. Can you match up the parenthesis to which sentence makes the most sense there? So those are your two activities. They are both on the Teams scaffolds. Have a go at those and see if you can start using some dashes in your English writing.